Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. This is the Valentine's Day edition on Provost Park Pass. My name is Chris. I'm excited to talk to you guys. We have a really cool video. But before we get to that, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. You guys are awesome. Share the love on Valentine's Day. Like, subscribe, it's all that stuff. That's your Valentine's gift to me. Thank you so much. All right, so here's what we did. On our Instagram, we did a poll asking you guys, where are the most romantic spots in Disneyland? And you guys did not disappoint. You guys voted a lot. And these are the top 5 romantic spots in Disneyland according to you. We're going to do that. Then I got a special message for you guys. And then the video is going to end. Then there's going to be like a post-credit scene if you want to watch that as well for this video. All right, let's get into it. So, we did a poll asking you guys, hey, what are the 5 most romantic spots in Disneyland? If you're going there, if you're taking your Valentine, your significant other, your special someone, and you wanted to go to Disneyland to have a little romantic time, what are the most romantic places? And here we go. Number 5 was fireworks. Of course, it had to be fireworks. Everybody said they wanted to be in fireworks. They wanted to cuddle up and watch the fireworks and have an amazing time just with the fireworks with their Valentine, a special somebody watching fireworks, hearing the music and seeing the fireworks go boom, pow, pow, boom, pow, pow, having a great time watching the fireworks. And I think that's a great response. I think that is absolutely super romantic on a Valentine's Day. I mean, how often do you get to watch fireworks on Valentine's Day? All right. Okay, the number 4 most romantic spot in all of Disneyland, according to you, is Storybook Canals. That's right, you guys said Storybook Canals. This is kind of shocking to me a little bit, but you guys said that you'd love to take your Valentine, sit in the Storybook Canals, listen to your little narrator tell you about all the little Disney history, the little Disney dolls there, the little miniatures. Be able to put your arm around them and just kind of like love on them a little bit and be super romantic on Storybook Canals. Now, I'm going to tell you a secret, an absolute secret that you probably only hear on Provost Park Pass. This is hard to do. Okay, hard to do. But if you can pull this off, it is amazing. Storybook Canals is a really fun attraction. It's one of my favorite attractions, actually. And if you go in right before, if you can get on Storybook Canal while the fireworks is going, they will stop the boat. No matter where you are, they stop the boat. They don't allow the boats to go during fireworks. So if you happen to be on Storybook Canal during a fireworks show, they're going to stop that boat and you'll be able to see and watch the fireworks just sitting there on Storybook Canal. So you get number 4 and 5 on that list in like one thing. Well, bam, 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 bam. Now I'm going to look, because I know I have some footage of me on the Storybook Canal during being stopped, and I'll see if I can put that footage here showing you being stopped watching the fireworks.
Did you know that if you're in Storybook Land during the fireworks, they stop the boats so you can enjoy the show?
Okay, the number 3 most romantic spot in all of Disneyland, according to you, is the castle. Just the Disneyland Castle. You guys say you want to be in front of the castle, be around the castle, walking through the castle. It is super romantic. You want to take your Valentines there and kind of enjoy it. I know a lot of people said they proposed around the castle. They proposed by the castle, on the side of the castle. And then actually the number 2 spots were most of the proposals people said they did. But people want to be around the castle. You guys know that there's actually a walkthrough. You can walk through the castle and see the story of Sleeping Beauty and just take your time there and enjoy that with your special honey and just enjoy that time at the castle. Okay, the number 2 most romantic spot in all of Disneyland, boom, pow, the Wishing Well. The Wishing Well outside the castle. If you're facing the castle, if you're looking right at the castle, if you go to the right off the castle, not a pathway that takes you up there, there's just a little, not the road, there's a little pathway off the right of the castle. If you go on that little pathway, you're going to see Snow White. There's a Snow White and the 7 dwarfs. There's the little statues there. And then there's the Wishing Well. And you can hear Snow White in there. And she's like, ah, ha, 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 ha. And this is a very romantic spot. You guys can drop in some coins and make some wishes and look at those statues. Here's some fun trivia about those statues you might not know. Next time you're there, take a look at it. It's done with forced perspective. When they ordered these statues, they ordered them and they had them shipped from Italy. They're marble statues. They're carved in Italy and they shipped them here to the United States. And they got them there for Disney. And when they unboxed them, they were horrified to notice that Snow White and the 7 dwarfs were all the same size. And they're like, oh, what do we know? What can we do? So what they did is they put Snow White on top of like on the waterfall, and then they put the 7 dwarfs. They spaced them out and used You notice that the waterfall kind of makes like a pyramid. It's forced perspective, so it makes Snow White actually look taller than she is, so she looks like she's taller than the seven dwarfs. And they ended up ordering some little animals, and the animals are bigger than normal, and they placed those by the dwarfs to give them the appearance that they're a little bit smaller than they really are. In fact, it's such an effective illusion that if you go to Tokyo Disneyland, they wanted the exact same thing. They didn't want the Snow White being taller. They wanted them all, they're all exactly the same size, and they wanted that forced perspective just like at Disneyland. So I think it's amazing. All right, before we get to the number one most romantic spot in all of Disneyland, I have an honorable mention. And you guys, I don't know about this honorable mention. You guys, this got a lot of votes. And people said they wanted Pirates of the Caribbean, specifically the back row. The back row. You guys. All right. Get the cheeses flowing. You guys want to be in the back row of Pirates Caribbean. You say that's one of the most romantic spots in all of Disneyland. Okay, I can't disagree. How much does it cost to get a pirate to get their ear pierced?
Well, you tell me, I don't have any. My friend,
It's a buccaneer.
but my eyes can roll any further in the back of my head, they would get stuck.
All right, the number one most romantic spot in all of Disneyland, according to you, is the Blue Bayou Restaurant. People said that they love the Blue Bayou Restaurant. They want to go there for special anniversaries, for Valentine's Day, for birthdays. It's a restaurant where you take somebody there to try to impress them. The Blue Bayou Restaurant is the number one most romantic spot, according to you. And you guys, if you don't know about it, it's an amazing restaurant. It's right by the Pirates Caribbean. That's the exit of Pirates Caribbean. That's where you go in. You want to definitely make reservations, but you sit there in the Blue Bayou and you can watch the boats go by. And the menus, when you open up the menus, they have little flashlights inside the menu so you can see the menu because it's very dark, which is, that kind of adds to the ambience of romance. Ooh la la. Now, before we continue on this video, I've got two more things we want to do. I have a message for you, then we're going to end the video, and then we're going to have a post-edit credit scene here in this video. I just want to take a quick little moment to talk to each and every one of you. Today is Valentine's Day, and for some people, this is kind of a harder day because you're not in a relationship with somebody, or maybe you're in a relationship that's in a bad relationship, or you don't like the relationship, or whatever's going on. I want you to know that being in a relationship with somebody doesn't make you a better person. It doesn't. Do you know what makes you amazing? Is how you treat other people regardless. And you are amazing. You are special, you are unique, and you are loved. And even on here on Valentine's Day, if you don't have that special somebody in your life, I just want you to know how important you are. And don't lose sight of that. Being in a relationship doesn't make you a better person at all. It doesn't at all. Just remember how to be kind to the world and keep being awesome like you. All right, guys, now here's what we're going to do. We're going to end the video. Normally when we end the video, we have our Patreon screen here. It scrolls along. And I sing a little song. And if you want your name on that Patreon credit screen, it's simple. You just click the link down below, become a Patreon for as little as like $3 a month. You can become a Patreon, become a supporter of Provost Park Pass. Your name will be on the screen, and there's a little usually end song. So that's how this video is going to end with that. But for those of you who are interested, after that little end screen there of the Patreon, I'm going to tell you a story about my son who is 7 and what he thinks is the most romantic thing you can do at Disneyland. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. You guys are awesome. Have a fantastic Valentine's Day. Here's the end screen. You guys told me the 5 most romantic spots at Disneyland. You guys said you wanted the back row of Pirates of the Caribbean. Yo ho. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Hope it's amazing as you are. Okay, for those of you who made it through the end credits, I just want to say this is a cute little story that happened last night. My heart just couldn't take it. I wanted to share it with you guys. So Amanda and I last night were at the counter, and she's reviewing all the little answers that you're giving last night in preparation for this video. And we're laughing and listening to what you guys are saying. And our son was sitting there, and he was doing his homework. Now keep in mind, our son is 7 years old. And before we even say anything, he goes, I think the Blue Bayou is the most romantic. And I was like, do you even know what the Blue Bayou is? He's like, yeah, Dad, I do. It's a restaurant by Pirates Caribbean. So then I asked him, he's had a crush on this little girl for a long time. And I asked him, I said, hey, if you were to go to Disneyland with this girl, and for her privacy, I won't say her name, and what would you do to try to impress her? Now, keep in mind, he's 7 years old. He's 7 years old, and this is just for fun. And he actually took this very seriously. And sometimes, as a parent, you want to tease your kids and kind of rib them, but I wasn't like that. I was just listening to what he wanted to say. And he thought about it, and he's like, well, He goes, the first thing I would do is I would either ride Pirates Caribbean or It's a Small World, because I think starting the day on a boat is a good way to do that. And he goes, then immediately after the boat ride, he goes, we'll go straight to Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. He goes, because you got to kind of ramp it up and have some fun, change your pace. That's exactly what he says, like change your pace. Ramp it up, change your pace. We'll ride Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. And he goes, then we would go and get a Mickey Mouse ice cream bar. Get a Mickey Mouse ice cream bar. And then he goes, then after that, I think we'd probably go over to Autopia. The two of us would ride Autopia together. And then he goes, then after that, we would go get ice cream. And I was like, oh, I said, would you like another Mickey Mouse ice cream bar? And he's like, no, Dad. He's like, we already got a Mickey Mouse ice cream bar. Now we're just getting normal ice cream, like normal ice cream. And I was like, oh, right. And he goes, and then I would end it by watching fireworks. My heart was like, it's like glitter. I couldn't even take it. It was the cutest thing I've ever heard. This little 7-year-old saying what would be the most romantic day in Disneyland. I couldn't even handle it. Anyways, thank you guys. If you guys watched it all the way here, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Hit the like button. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.